So good morning again. Today we are going to make tilapia. We're going to make some super yummy fried tilapia. So this is the fish we have. It's very fresh fish. Yes, it's fresh fish, and right now we are going to clean it up. And when we clean it, we'll be right back for the preparation of the meal. So as you can see, I remove some scales. I remove these fins too. So I remove the side fins, the posterior fins, and I trim the tail off for this one. So you can see the fins are removed, and the tail has been trimmed. So I'll continue scaling it, and when I scale it, I am going to do the same for the other fish. I also opened the inside, and I removed the abdominal contents of the fish. So we cleaned the first fish. I separated into two, and I hope you can see how clean it is. It's very clean. We remove all the scales, remove the fins, and the gills. Everything was removed, and it's very clean. We are going to do the same for the other four fish, and we are going to continue cooking it. So here we are. This is all the fish. We cleaned it up, and it looks like this. It's very clean. We remove all the scales, and now we are going to spice it. So for the spices, I'm going to show them just now. We're going to use fresh spices, and we're going to use dry spices, and then we're going to let it marinate for some time before frying it. So these are the spices we are going to use. For the wet spices, we are going to use onions and parsley. I minced the parsley into very small tiny pieces, and I sliced the onions very thinly. This is seasoning cube and salt. And in here we also have a little bit of white pepper. And here we have seasoning for fish and curry powder. So curry powder is a mixture of turmeric, of cumin, of ginger, of black pepper, of fenugreek, of garlic, of nutmeg, and fish seasoning for fish. So this is what we are going to use. I'm going to start by I'll mix this. I'm now going to sprinkle over the fish like this. I'll get the parsley and the onions. The parsley and the onions. I didn't use all of the seasoning because I might add some later on. I'll get the fish seasoning. I'll sprinkle it all around the fish. I'll use just half of it because I think it's sufficient. The fish is not too much, that much. I'm going to use the curry powder. The curry powder, I'm going to sprinkle it on the fish also. I'll also use half of it, not too much. I need the fish to be tasty and not too spicy. So now I'll set this aside, and we are going to mix all the spices into the fish. Inside, everywhere. Insert some onions and parsley into it. Go to the next person. Inside. Put some onions inside. Make sure the whole fish is covered with it. Continue. Don't forget to insert onions into the fish, onions and parsley into the fish, into the gills, and we are almost done. We are almost done. So here we mixed all the spices into the fish. We are going to let this sit and marinate for 30 minutes, minimum 30 minutes. And if you're in a hurry, 30 minutes. If you have some time, 1 hour. And if possible, you can let this marinate overnight in the fridge. When it marinates overnight in the fridge, it's going to be best because the fish will absorb all the savors, all the flavors, and all the spices from the different things we put in it. So we'll come back when the fish has marinated. So yeah, we want some oil, and we are going to fry it. I used vegetable oil, and I made sure that it was golden on one side before changing to the next side. And the best way to make it crispy on the outside, crispy golden on the outside, and moist on the inside is that you let the oil get hot and you put the fish in very hot oil. And when the fish is now a little bit golden on the outside, you lower the flame and you let the fish fry slowly. So I let my fish get golden brown on the outside, and I lower the flame to let it fry slowly. That way it's going to be crispy outside and moist inside. It has a nice golden color. Yes. And it's very, very tasty. And this is the final result. It's very yummy. And for more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel, like the video, and please comment.